I heard you properly there for a second.
You say you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. You know, getting these systems under order and getting everything to work properly over here for this afternoon, evening's a great show.
So I understand, bro. You want to do a part two, um, joining friendships. Um, what made you want to do a second part?
Um, so just to break down some of the first one,
Mm,
I think that in today's world, with everything going on with relationships, families, and just work and stuff in general, it's important to also look at growing the aspect field of friendships, because friendships are definitely meant to be had, and they're also very healthy. Um, so,
mm,
um, establishing a friendship, I wanted to do a part two, not just because, just because the title was deemed so, because,
mm,
building a genuine friendship, it takes some time.
mm.
It's not something that just happens, instantly, and certain components that go to it, and I don't think we got the chance to cover over the last one. I think we was
Really?
just
Okay.
getting. I think there's some things that we might have missed out.
Mm,
If not, I know we named some qualities, like respect. Um, what else is in there? Loyalty,
I'm on the phone.
stuff like that. So, but um, which I'm
You
definitely
said
glad you
loyalty,
got.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, and effective in communication as well. So, yeah. I don't. I still think there's some things that's missing in there, though.
No, fair enough, man. Um, the communication part. Did we cover the communication part? Um, but that's
No.
communication is. Sorry, hang on. Is it? Yeah, communication. Yeah, that's really important. Um, when you're trying to, that's it was establishing genuine friendships, and I think we talked on vaguely on how to establish a good friendship. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but how do you do how do you do that practically? You know what I mean? Um, I was telling Chantal the other day that when I speak to certain people, I don't know, I won't go in detail. I don't know what their reaction is going to be. Like someone was working out, or I think they were, but it was just a picture of them standing in the road, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it looked like a workout picture, if you know what I mean, right? I just didn't
Yeah.
understand the quote. I really didn't understand the quote, and I said, "What is this picture trying to mean? I don't understand it." And their reply was, or her reply was, um, "Don't be trying to start nothing. My picture and my quote isn't for you to understand." And I was like, wow, you know. I feel like genuine friendships or trying to establish something or just even establish a conversation can be very hard. Um, so I guess how do you establish a friendship, but also a genuine friendship, but also how do you establish a conversation where no one takes it in the wrong way?
You offended me the other day, as a matter of fact.
Hmm?
Because you made it seem like I was like this mean person, like you were scared to come to me and say
Yes, I
something
was
to me.
I was slightly, yes, on a certain subject.
You thought
But
I was
I
going to
didn't
curse
mean
you
it.
out? No,
Yeah.
whatever.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
She's trying to
Well,
she's trying to start something, Phoenix, you know.
Trying to hit the fire, hit the fire buttons,
like I'm a difficult person or something.
Oh
huh?
gosh.
How dare you
Oh,
imply that?
Oh Lord.
oh my goodness, that's funny. Oh my goodness.
Um,
Oh.
but yeah, any comment on that, Chantel or Phoenix? Because I do
Me
feel like it's
first.
hard. I do feel like it's hard to um
Well,
before you even start a genuine or establish a genuine friendship slash connection, whatever that is, it may be the. It's hard to establish a conversation where it doesn't get interpreted in the wrong way. For example,
Yeah.
Chantel getting upset. So
perfect
Not
so
example, huh?
anything.
yep, I have to pull it in there.
Not hurting it. Sorry.
The stuff that I
Uh,
come out with, I wish it was scripted. Oh my days. But anyway, go on.
I feel that way sometimes, though. Like, sometimes
Yeah.
I'm scared to say things that I want to say because I may not
Mhm.
necessarily know how somebody's going to react or if somebody's just going to, like, blow up or if it even comes, like, out of my mouth the right way.
Mm.
So, I do feel that way.
Mm.
hmm.
Knowledge.
I
Don't be trying
can't.
to act like you deep in thought.
I can't. You see, this is why it's so difficult to establish.
Oh,
You know,
Mm.
you get so much pressure from some individuals. While you're in deep thought. Deep thought. But no, no.
that was a shot. That was a shot thrown at me.
Really? Oh Lord. I was trying to figure out what that was about. Oh Lord. Oh jeez.
I was trying to figure it out too. Like, what was going on here? But no, I think it is difficult because like some moments, like, especially if friendship is somewhere like, well, a majority of individuals' mind, you know, it's easier as a kid. Um, then when you get adulthood, like it's much harder, especially if you have it on your mind. I think some moments it's harder than approaching that than going after a significant other, something like that of that nature, you know. And well, just to me, maybe just to me it is, but it just like I think it still goes back to the fact of what you said. Like if I, speak to this individual, on anything just on the basis of communication, you know, um, if I'm just considering, not considering my, you know, what is it? I can't say expectation, but just thinking how things will be taken because you never know how, like you said,
Mm.
people might take things. It makes it
Mm.
that much more difficult. So it makes it that much difficult. So and people are so closed off, a lot doing a conversation in the way, especially right like today's time, the way the social circles and stuff are made and how socializing has turned into makes it much more
Mm.
difficult. Like
Mm.
um, mm, social media makes it very hard to establish. Makes it very hard to establish sometimes. So
How do you
that's
think
really
we?
my thoughts on it.
Any thoughts on how we move past that? Because at the end of the day, it's to do with communication, right? So how do we? I mean, it's too late to go back to college for communication skills, right? But how do we? What? How do we kind of um strengthen that? Um, or or is it more of a fear? Or is it the fact that we probably do know how to communicate, but probably it's just a fear, right? Which, looking at myself in certain situations, Chantel, yeah, it probably was a little bit of a fear, um, um, because
Okay, I
it
got you, Nathan.
probably because it was that's it. It was a territory that I haven't walked across before, or maybe I have, Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't want to again probably overstep a mark when we're talking about boundaries before, right? You want to make
Mm-hmm.
sure when me and Chantel was doing our studies on it, you don't want to make sure, for example, someone comes in a particular circle that they have no uh, means to being in. For example, yeah, you know what I mean. Um, so
It's something like this. Like if
I'm
someone has
a
been. Go ahead.
oh no. I was just saying I feel like I'm a walk in the park compared to like other women. Nathan, you ain't seen nothing yet.
I'm I'm letting you talk. What are you on
I'm
about?
just saying. I'm just saying. If you think I'm mean, you see these other females, they'll pick you
No,
apart.
I'll be gone before they even try that. Mm-mm-mm.
I would like a thief in the night.
Yep, I'm
Mm-mm.
gone. Um, it's it,
Interesting.
it's like it's like when I was dating Sherelle, right? I didn't want to ask her what does she look like without her makeup on.
Oh,
So
Nice job, man. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations.
Nathan
I
would
didn't
get
know.
beat up by a Philly girl.
Hang on. I wanted to know what my when I was dating my wife at the time, what she looked like without no makeup on, and I didn't know how to say it. So I just waited for the perfect occasion to sneak in her hotel and kind of lie in the bed with her and kind of just look at her face. You know what I mean? Because usually, from my experience, when you ask someone that, it's like, it's the biggest thing to ask, or it's rude to ask what you look like without your makeup on because it's so probably unexpected or random, but it's something that men do want to see eventually. Like, how do you look like without makeup? Because on social media and all that stuff, that's really all you have. And on social media, you do have most women do have makeup on. Most, most. Um,
Yeah.
and obviously as men, we're very visual. Um, not that we're not other things, but I feel like that's one of our things that we rely on anyway. Um, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. Oh,
but I,
uh,
but I do feel like, yeah, go ahead.
hmm.
It's a
Actually, I
it's a
can't.
difficult
I
one,
can't.
isn't it?
I can't disagree. I can't disagree. I can't because I can't disagree with this. Like, yeah, it's like one of the prime things I would like to ask. Like, dang, how would you look, without it, or how often would you
But
wear it,
how
or
would you approach a girl that way though? Like
I
honestly
approach it bluntly.
speaking,
I approach it bluntly and just straightforward. Like, do you
Where's
wear
my
makeup a
notebook?
lot, etc.? So they
you'd say blunt.
respond,
You'd be on. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Chantel's
There's
taking
no point
notes.
being around the bush. So like it's it's one of those social factors where you got to know how you socialize. Maybe some moments you might have to read the room, but like I think when it comes to approaching, like especially in the field of even dating, even I think with a friendship, you want to establish on the right terms. I'm gonna be blunt, straightforward. I'm gonna be myself at the end of the day. Um, I'm gonna start off how I plan to
So,
finish. So
mm, so you're
I won't be like,
confident in
oh,
that way. Okay.
yeah. Because if they get offended by that question, I'm all like, are you offended by a general question? Because nah. Now each person is different, maybe so, but if they get offended, that just means, hey, this person was either not meant for me, or they just, they haven't grown up they baby phase,
So,
or something. So
ooh, baby face. That's deep. So for you, something so small like that. Okay, fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, because it's for us that'd be so small, but I guess for some people that's quite big, right? And it could be
yeah,
seen as a red flag. Okay, cool. That's interesting.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
probably see that too, yeah. Um, Again, communication. I think I told you this before, right? I said to someone, now what's okay, I said to someone, this is before I was married, obviously. I said, let's meet at a can we meet up at McDonald's to talk and meet up? And her response was, remember I told you it was like, hell no, you're not taking a person like me somewhere out
Yes, I
like that.
remember this.
Yeah. And I was like, and I told her that, hold on, I just want to talk. It's not a date. You said I was taking you out on a date. And for me, that was like, nah, forget that. Because now I know that you're not even a what's the right word? Down to earth. You're not a simple woman. You're
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Like yeah,
You live in
you know,
more difficult. You got more
you're yeah,
stand.
You sound
You got
stressed
a
out.
different stand. You got different standards. You got higher standards or expectations for just a simple meet and conversation. You know.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's. Mm-mm.
And especially us men, like we like to invest. And we're not gonna invest in something that we know for a fact we're not gonna have any return. You know what I mean? But like I said, it was just a talk, just to, you know. Um, so
Do you think
Shant,
that type of element of um how to approach respectful when it comes to friendship? Do you think it's just about the same thing? That type of mindfulness?
mindfulness. I guess so. I think it can I think it can come out the same way. It's a difficult one now thinking about it. I think the response could be the response can be the same, but I think probably the way they say it would be different. So the situation that I gave you, for example, if I was actually friends with that person, it may have been, I don't want to go to McDonald's. I don't want people seeing me in there. They're gonna think da, da, da. But with that person, but do you know what I mean? So the response may have been a bit different in terms of the tone, or maybe she articulated the conversation. Um, maybe as men, though, maybe we have to do more talking and in more depth and really explain what we're trying to say. I don't know. Um, we're just as people in general. Um, Chantel, what do you think? She's quiet.
Well, if you must know, um, my thoughts like on a. I wanted to take it back to where y'all was talking about like makeup. Um, I mean, personally, I wouldn't get offended by that question. That's just me because I don't really wear makeup anyway, and B,
Mm,
it's not that deep.
mm.
But I could understand why a woman would get offended by that because they in the back of their mind they probably be thinking, sorry,
You trying to say I'm
they'll
ugly?
probably be thinking, oh, so you think I'm ugly?
Mm,
So you just got to think about it that way. But at the same time, I don't feel like anybody should have to like walk on eggshells when they want to say anything. Like if you want to say something to me, just say it. As long as you're not being rude, like to the point where I want to like black your eye or something, we good.
mm,
You okay?
mm.
That's all bad if it gets to that.
What?
Nah, I don't fight.
Uh, hmm. Hmm.
There's something I don't know then, I
Well, what
guess.
is that supposed to mean? What is
Uh-oh.
no? Don't mute. What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, look what time it is.
You know
Time for me
what?
to go. Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what fighting's been going on around here. In these stereo streets, if it was in the stereo streets, I don't know. Come on, guys, you're both on mute.
I'm gonna kick knowledge
so
behind.
so so yes, what other ingredients do we think that it takes to establish genuine friendships? Would you think what do you think independence is something that is something that you think it requires to establish Genuine friendships?
Independence.
Yes.
Independence in what sense?
Mm,
Like somebody that doesn't like constantly need somebody around them at all times. Somebody who can like go on about their day without having to worry about being around their friends all the time. Or like somebody who can stand on like their own 2 feet without feeling the need to have to like have a whole crowd with them. Like me personally, I can walk down the street alone all day long and I won't feel the need. I won't feel uncomfortable. I won't feel like I need to have like 5 girls with me in order to. I don't know. What do you think, Nathan?
Oh, I thought that was a question to knowledge, actually.
It kind of was.
Do you want to answer that first, knowledge?
I'm gonna think on that one a little bit because I'm still about to enter like a loud area, so I'm gonna let you answer that one first before I do.
All right. Independent. I think being independent doesn't or shouldn't affect genuine friendships. Uh, um, because if we look at being independent as well, everyone has their own version of what independent is, I guess. I think what it comes down to is when everyone has their own version of independency and comes together to form a friendship, purposely or not. I think what it comes down to, again, I'm going around in circles, I think, but it doesn't matter. But it's communication because, again, your independency might be different to mine, and we could have a problem in terms of, for example, let me think of something. So, I drive. I don't drive.
I keep muting
Um,
when Oh, go ahead.
yeah. So, for example, I drive, and Phoenix says, "Can I have a lift?" And I'm like, "But how did you get here?" He's like, "Oh, I walked. Can't you walk back?" Well, I wouldn't say it like that. Actually, I wouldn't even do that. I said, "Oh, how come you can't walk?" Um, so in my mind, my independency is, driving, I guess, is maybe
Mm-hmm.
walking, and I'm like, well, why does he have to kind of? I mean, it's just drastic, but this is something that I see women doing a lot and men sometimes. But yeah, oh, but I want to go here, Phoenix, man. Why don't you just walk? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I think independencies or, can clash, and then you want to kind of tag off mine in a way. But then again, it's about communication, right? And
Thank God I got my own car.
you know what I mean? Because I know some people that really don't like it when people ask for lifts. They
Oh,
really
for
don't
real?
like it. Yeah, I mean, probably because
Oh,
well, over here anyway, they don't. Not everybody, it's just the people that I've known personally. It's like
yeah.
they don't want to drop you somewhere which is like 30-minute drive away or something. It's just too much for them. I don't drive, but me personally, if I was driving, which I am soon, um, I wouldn't mind doing that. That's why I was shocked because I spoke to my
Mm.
cousin in Philly and she was like, "Oh, if you want, Nathan, I can drop you to Canada." And I was like, "Huh? Yeah, I'll drive you down there." And I was like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah, yeah." And I was really shocked because I was like, "Damn, like she's really nice, man." But over here, people wouldn't even drop you an hour to somewhere else. You know what I mean? Or I mean, that's like 3 hours or something, apparently. Um, everyone's different, you know. But again, though,
Yeah.
again, it does go back to communication. Um,
Very true. Very true.
building genuine friendships. And probably another question is, um, eh, do you make friends to gain something off them, or what's the purpose of friendships? Because Some people have their own reasons why they're building genuine friendships, and can it be bad? Or and if the and is it even a friendship? That was a lot to take in.
Ooh. Ooh. That's a good one because some friendships could be imposed on delusion, you know, um, or unhealthy friendships. You know, like you might get those individuals like, oh yeah, they'll come band together to do something, you know, malicious or bad, like maybe rob a bank or jump somebody because they think it's good. So, and those tend to not, they think it's good because now they like, oh, we got the same thing. It was like, yeah, y'all all went to go do something that's bad. Y'all to call that
Mm,
being friends, but now you don't also have in the
mm,
back of your mind that this person, if they're doing something bad like you, don't you think they might do something bad to you too? You know? Because
mm,
y'all came together and made an which is called an alliance more so than a friendship. You got to kind of know the difference between an alliance and a friendship, you know. So
mm.
one really has to really take into account to just really self-awareness is a very big ingredient I can see now when establishing some friendships. Definitely got to have some
Mm.
self-awareness. So and emotional intelligence. Whew. So
Oh yeah, that's it, right? Emotional intelligence.
oh,
Yeah.
you really did hit it with that question though, that perspective. I'm gonna see what Pretty Problem has to say though.
Mm,
Sorry, I was on mute because the baby kept crying. But
no, sorry.
yeah, I feel like you wanna.
You feel like what?
My bad. I was laughing at something, but I feel like in order to establish a genuine friendship, you want to establish it between like-minded people, people that you know. Like for example, I had a friend, and I always got a story for something, but I had a friend and she was nice to me like in my face, but behind my back she was just being mad, two-faced. And you know, you just got to know what you want in a friendship. You got to know what people's intentions are for you. So it's not even just about being self-aware, it's about being aware of other people's behavioral patterns too. And
Yeah.
would you stop? And about just being aware of who you choose to let in your life, because not everyone means you well. So not only do you need to be self-aware, but you need to be other people aware, if that even makes sense.
Yeah, it does. So what I got out of that is be aware of people's intentions. Um,
Yeah, stop ignoring the red flags in friendships.
but
Like
is it?
if somebody,
Sorry, go on.
I was saying, like if somebody shows you their true colors or shows you how they could be, like bad characteristics about them, then believe them because that's truly who they are. Like if you're talking about me behind my back, then I know like you a backstabber. I'm not gonna say, oh, it just happened one time. I know she means well, or I know I know she's not a bad person.
Right.
No, take that with a grain of salt because they'll imagine if they're smiling, if they're talking about, and also if they're talking about other people to you behind their back, imagine what they're saying about you behind your back. Like for
Mm.
example, I got this friend named Nathan. Oh my God,
Oh boy. I
he's a
hope you ain't really talking
meathead.
about me. Oh, shut up.
No, I'm just playing.
Dang, I heard the shots in that one.
Damn. I'm gonna have to drop my own shots in a minute. Damn. Damn,
I'm
damn,
just
damn.
playing.
Stop the cap. That's what I was saying when we had the first conversation. Like some moments, the principles that you apply to, like when a relationship or when you getting to know like somebody that can be a long term, you know, significant other. is the
mm,
same principles that you learn or you might have to apply to in the same way with certain things when you have friendships, like having those kind of, like you said earlier, the communication is key. Asking those right questions, knowing where this person came from, like, hey, so where you from, et cetera, going more in depth. Oh, really? How was it like when you was growing up? What did you, et cetera.
mm.
Ask those personal questions are very, it's dangerous, but at the same time, it's going to help you allow you know if you need to proceed further with this individual. Like, oh, they went through this. Oh, well, okay, well, where's their mindset after? And if you saw it, like you said, what she said, there's some red flags within there. It's just like, whoo, you can catch them now, or you can maybe see, later on if they develop past these red flags. But that said, only some moments rare. But yeah, you.
Do you do you think it's easy to be aware of people's double intentions? So you could have two motives. Because I believe
No.
so, no. Because do you think? I mean, I'm thinking on the terms of I don't know how it is to get in a gang, but I was speaking to someone last week and he was like, certain people, they get in it and they want to leave, because of the crowd and the influence. So do you think, yeah, what would you think on that?
Hmm. Okay, okay. Hmm. Ooh. Boy, give me a good one. You've been giving me some things to really think about with this one.
Mm.
um,
I'm gonna I'm gonna
I,
I'm gonna ask a really big hard. I'm gonna ask a really good question in a minute. It's gonna make us all think.
more in depth than this one, huh?
Oh yeah, you guys ain't gonna see this one coming.
Hmm. All right. I need you to re-ask that one more time, just so my brain can restart on this one. Cause
So I guess
Mm-hmm.
so I
I
guess
didn't
when
hear
it
anything.
comes when it
Oh,
comes to
sorry.
being in when it comes to being that's all right. When it comes to being aware of people's intentions, I guess what I'm saying is, can you be aware of people's intentions too late? Because you've kind of seen that they have two agendas.
Absolutely not.
Um, no, so and then
No.
that's why I use the analogy of being in a gang because I mean I haven't been in one, but someone I spoke to last week from London, he said there are people that are in a gang and they eventually figure out, you know what, I need to leave, but I can't because this wasn't a genuine friendship, a genuine connection. They had an ulterior
mm,
motive. I know Chantel said no, you can't,
yeah,
but
see, I say you
mhm,
can. I'm about to agree that yeah, you can. It is moments where it can be too late because some people they're really good con artists, or they're really just really good at acting. Where they so professional about it that they can they're aware of their red flags and how to make themselves look in a different light. So.
mm,
You know what? I didn't think about it that way. Some people are good at acting. I
Yes.
was in a. What? Nathan? Who was that? Nathan?
I heard
Y'all gonna stop
something. I
picking on
didn't
me.
I didn't fully make it. I didn't fully make out what it was, but somewhere in my heart it felt like something great was just uttered.
What you see is what you get with me, okay? But some people are good at acting. I was in a whole 8-year relationship and didn't see this guy's true colors until I got pregnant. So
mm.
that could be true.
Mm, yes, it's some moments is like it really sucks.
See,
When
I wanna say something on that, right? I'm sorry to cut you, right? Because before I lose it, but Chantal, you said 8 years, right? Their true intentions. Was that something you saw from the beginning, or was that just a true color that you saw in that situation? Because sometimes people change or
I
act
never
differently
knew.
depending on certain until certain situations happen.
I never
Just a
knew he
question.
was that capable of being so cold. I've never
Mm,
seen him act that way. Like,
mm,
he had other kids before our child. I saw like this great father, this guy who works a lot. He, working man and just a family oriented person. But I just kind of feel like it was a mirage in a sense.
mm-hmm.
As soon as I actually got pregnant, everything hit the fan. So I didn't expect that to happen. I didn't think that he was capable of being that way, but you never know until you're actually in that situation.
Right.
I never, within the entire time we were together, I never got pregnant. I never was pregnant by him.
Mm,
So, of
mm,
course, you wouldn't know how a person would act when you're pregnant if you've never been in that situation. I'm sorry. My mom's just
Okay, okay.
my mom is coming out at me right now.
mhm.
Oh, you good? You good?
That's fine.
It's a relative experience, and you know, especially in that manner. Mm. Because that same thing can carry over. I mean, it was a very long relationship you was in. You can still, even look at your partner. Your partner is supposed to be a friend too, as much as they are a lover. So, you know, and some moments, those are the situations they put in the biggest acting role. So,
Yeah, but how do you sever or separate um what they really are and what that genuine friendship or genuine relationship turns into a genuine reaction or an act that you don't like, and then you see it as red when you see it as, damn, I'm not ready for this.
mm, I think it started as
Or does it come down
adolescence.
to communication still? Okay.
I think it still comes back to down to respect. You know,
Mm, mm. Yeah.
because once you learn that level of respect that this person has within not just within yourselves but with themselves. You know, even in the case when you respect, is a great factor when you take into communication because they respect you enough to give access to certain informations into themselves also as well during that time because it's like then there's certain aspects of consideration like, oh, let me make sure they know this about me. Let me make sure, et cetera, et cetera. So they'll know exactly what they're getting themselves into. That respecting factor is so important. You know, it's such a building block of everything else that is required to establish a genuine friendship.
Mm,
Mm-mm. Someone who's respectful, you won't have to worry about the other aspects of the friendship, regardless of how it goes, because that respect factor is the thing that's gonna keep them in line. It's that excuse me if I'm for saying it, it's like the whip slave, or you're the parent that's gonna make sure to keep you in line, discipline the right way, you know. So
mm,
really a good character builder.
mm.
That
Ch
that's just
Chantel,
generally me though.
I like that. Chantel.
Yeah.
Anything to say?
No, I was stuffing my face.
Uh, uh, uh.
So am I. I'm eating spring rolls. But that's fine.
I can't say nothing because when we first started this conversation and I got on, I was stuffing my face too, so I can't say nothing.
Fair enough. Um,
So
I'm gonna, I'm
while
gonna,
y'all go ahead and
I-
stuff y'all face,
I'm
let
gonna
y'all
say
go ahead
something.
and get y'all.
So,
Better make sure you finish. Remember what your parents say, boy. You better make sure you finish chewing your food before you talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna drop a bomb, right?
I feel like open community. Oh, go ahead.
No, go on.
No, you go.
No, you go, because you're gonna forget. I'm gonna remember this one.
It's not important.
Go ahead, Go ahead, pretty problem. Go ahead.
I feel like open communication is important in any friendship, so that it will never come to a part where you have to beat your friend up. Like I'm saying, like if Nathan wasn't like in the UK, we probably would have squabbled a few times. Ew, I'm using
Dang.
these knowledge words. Oh no.
Wow. Seem like
Really?
they getting rubbed off on in a good way.
Me and her would have squabbled. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she a real gangster, you know. So.
Oh, don't worry. I'm a gangster killer. It's all right.
Oh, fuck
Oh, look at
up.
that! Oh, that boy Nathan a real certified G. All them
Oh my
knees.
god. Never mind. I don't want no smoke.
That's too late now. It's too late now. Don't back down.
So, real question. Real question. It's gonna make you all think. It's gonna make me think, because I'm. If you don't know me, knowledge, right? You'll know me now, right? Because I'm a very, not a twisted person, but my mind thinks a lot, as you know, probably from
No, you were
stereo,
right the
right?
first time.
Yes.
Oh, shut up. So, oh my God. Right. So, all three of us here, take a couple of seconds to think about it. Do we have, honestly, do you have, do we have, do you have, or do we have genuine friendship with each other?
Ooh, he wasn't kidding. He wasn't kidding. He did the all popular legendary mic drop question. Damn, he really dropped the mic and walked off stage. Damn. But I'm gonna have to honestly say
Mm.
yes, we do. Honestly, I think without it's beautiful to actually say, but I think I can say with no hesitation, yes, we have, because we respect even the way we like to go about our platforms. You know, we always like to make sure and we can respect each other's conversation, each other's opinions.
Mm.
Um, you know, we have respect within each other's time frame. Think about how we when we do our shows. Oh, do you think you have time around this time to make sure we all equally can agree on each other? You know, um, even as far as Nathan and always respectful to making sure everybody on the panel gets to say something. You know. Like it can be 7 people in here, and he heard at least 2 people talking. He gonna be like, hold on, everybody. I want to make sure everybody else also gets to, you know, and you still apply those same principles in and outside out of stereo. And I think we all have that. Um, we're good at communication because respect has helped us also allow that as well to be able to be more open about things that we discuss with each other. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
um, what else? I mean, I can go on and on, but I want to definitely, allow y'all to answer as well, get y'all perspectives and stuff, and see. Cause
Yeah,
I'm definitely
because
100% agreeing.
yeah, I mean, and I want to drop that bombshell, because I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, what is my motive? Do I have one? Nope. I'm glad I don't. Um, but yeah, I think we do have a genuine friendship bond going on, which is great. Um, which is cool. Um, um, but other than do you know who, it's a slightly different story. I'm joking. Um, no, it's I like to set her off. Hopefully she's hearing. But yeah, no, I think with all of us, yeah, we generally have. Um, which is good. Which again, though, it doesn't always happen. This way, you know what I mean?
Mm,
So,
it's true.
I'd love to know why, but again, I think it's down to the communication. Um, Probably down to people's personal experiences on how they've or how people have dealt with them before. Um, maybe a hello, how are you? You know, I don't know. It could bring across a unpleasant moment when someone said that and something happened. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I'm just thinking out there, but um,
Uh,
that could be the case. Um, Chantel, what about you?
I think so. Because Nathan, even when we had the situation where I was mad at you, I was really pissed
Mm.
off. You kept checking on me to make sure I was all right. Kept saying like, "You sure you're not mad? Are you okay?" Like every 5 seconds. So that just showed that you was considerate. You're a considerate person. Nathan, you're a super teddy bear. So like,
What does that mean?
um, you're a big softie.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
But
You
you're
should really.
stern, so it's so weird. But you're very considerate and empathetic of other people's feelings. And you showed me that with knowledge. Oh, you listen to my problems. I was crying like a big baby the other day and you listened. So
but of course.
that goes that so that just goes to show me how genuine you guys are. So I think so. Don't eat
We're
that.
brothers now.
Hmm?
Me and
Even though
knowledge are
Nathan throws a
brothers
lot of
now.
shots at me. I'm not a guy.
No, I said me and
We're
knowledge are brothers
brothers.
now. Me and knowledge,
Oh,
not you.
I
Oh
thought you
yeah.
called me a brother. I was about to say.
Mm-mm. You could be. No, I'm joking. No, yeah.
Oh,
Me and knowledge.
Oh,
oh, he called me a man.
oh,
Not in a
Called
bad
me a
way.
oh.
man. Nah, he called me a man.
No, I didn't.
Hmm.
But no, yeah.
Hey,
Well, gender.
yeah, you do have one of you do have the that ladies that like to attempt to be one of the bros. Oh, I'm trying to be one of the bros, or they be wanting to be in that social circle. No,
Yeah, they do exist. Yeah, but
unfortunate.
mm, but yeah,
I
I'm
want to
glad
be
we all
one of the
have that.
bros.
No, I'm joking, Chantel.
I'm
um,
about to say, do we need to argue with them?
yeah, because I can be very stern and but you guys honestly haven't seen that. Um,
No, I said
in
I've
fact,
seen it.
I said you're a big softy, but you're stern at the
oh,
same
you seen it,
time.
knowledge?
Oh yeah, you stern.
Oh, you see me do it on stereo? Oh,
Oh yeah.
it's rarely.
When it comes to anything, when it comes to like, especially when it comes to people, like when it comes to your marriage and questioning your standpoint especially as a man and stuff like that, your stern side come out. You don't play, you don't laugh, or like when you know certain
Yeah, I do
bras like
enjoy
to
it.
like to
Yeah.
be
You
like
be
to
so
be
serious.
slightly. They be so trying to be sly with their little flirts and their nicknames and stuff like that. You like, don't call me this and that. You generally mean it. Take them by surprise too. I'll be like, uh-oh, y'all done brought out the stern Nathan. Y'all done did it now.
Yeah, because there's
Yeah.
people. This is why I don't like to talk much because people take me very friendly, which I am. But if they call me babe or whatever, I'll probably say, please don't say that, or I'll just be quiet. Really depends how I'm feeling, right? If they keep saying it,
They be
I'm
calling you
gonna feel
babe in these
really.
cereal streets.
Yes, knowledge heard it. Hi, hun, you're right, hun, right there. It was like, please don't call me that.
Oh wow. Here, babe.
I was, I was, I was,
Mm-hmm.
I was, I was actually giving someone advice off stereo one time, and she was making all these type of weird sound noises sexually, and I was like, please stop that. That ain't gonna work with me. It may work with other guys, but not me, please. Oh, don't do that. I ain't doing that, Nathan. You are. Like, seriously.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I was like, I don't understand some of these people. Um,
Uh,
but yeah, I mean, I feel like as well. Think, yeah, go on, knowledge.
hmm. No, only thing I was gonna say off that, I was gonna say that Dooney Demon Mating call. what that's called. So,
Mating.
but
A
yeah,
mating call.
That
yeah,
wasn't a
Dooney
mating call.
demons. That's a Dooney
That was
demon. That's what that's called.
no that was a devouring call kind of thing. I'm like, jeez.
They definitely did try you though.
Mm-mm-mm. I feel
Let's
like
see
though with
what.
genuine friendships or even to establish some genuine respect, you have to know who you are.
Hmm.
Because if you don't, people are gonna take advantage of you real quick. Oh, but I thought you was a Christian. I thought you said you're married. They be telling you quicker than you be realizing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you got to be careful because people out here are really trying to get you messed up. Like for example, hmm, when genuine friendships, you don't cross boundaries. You don't kind
Like for
of
what example? Like, can you give an example?
yeah. So for example, knowledge. Let's say you told me. um, Okay, you told me oh damn. You told me someone in your family robbed the bank or something like that, right? And you
Uh huh.
told me, please do not say anything because they know me very well, whatever. Or don't tell this person because they're a cop or whatever. So I don't know, something like that. And then they bring it up, oh,
Okay.
someone robbed the store, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know who that was. That for me would be crossing a big boundary. Do you know what I mean? Because that's not my business to tell. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
could be something completely personal. You know what I mean? And that would be a boundary. For example, hmm,
It's true.
Like
He
like
doesn't wax.
hmm,
like holding a secret.
could holding a secret be
Can
what?
that be used as one? Like, can that be used in that manner as well? You know, um, or does that come a little be a little different as opposed to something more family oriented where you feel like it's not your really your place to like
Yeah,
really have a
I I
say.
I I feel that would be crossing the line, but I do have those. Yeah, that would be crossing the line. Yeah, because if you told me not to say anything, that I'm the type of person. If you don't tell me to say anything, I won't say it, right? But
Very
if you
true.
don't, but if you don't tell me, then and I've got friends on my side of the world, your example or your story may come out, but I won't be saying your name or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Because that's
Yeah.
the type of the respect I have. If you generally say don't tell anyone, then yeah, if like for example, if you don't if Chantel didn't want me to say something to you, then I wouldn't say it. But if I kind of felt like um see okay, so this is the thing.
Okay, I
If
can
I
agree with you. I can agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
but if
I
I
can see it.
felt like it was a danger, I would I'll try and talk to Chantel first to make sure she does what she has to do to get that information out to you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then I'll kind of
Man, that's
hint,
real.
and then I'll kind of hint to Chantel that I'm probably gonna have to say something, or it might be hard for me not to. So at least you at least she kind of can expect that this may come out, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
but I have ways. Yeah, I guess you guys know that already. But yeah, I have ways of getting information out, without say without having to say anything. But yeah, that was a different story. But yeah, man. But I believe that you've got the friends though that what's the word? Um, I won't tell you the whole story, but I'll throw out a little rice grain for you to give you a bit of heads up, but respecting the other person as well. You know,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Okay, that makes sense. That's actually, I think that's the best way to go about if that should be how people should go about it every time, not jeopardize an individual's secret, but put certain respectable wills in motion that could be jeopardizing for one party by making it known by the other individual who, or making it known by the person who told you the secret, like, hey, you might need to something has to be done where this secret needs to be brought out respectfully and in some type of timely manner. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
So
can.
so
Yeah, I've never
so
heard
it's
that before. That's new.
it's something that I put in practice a long time ago. Because between us, like, well, it's not really between us, but 'cause people are listening. But um, I don't know. I find it hard to make male friends, man, because I don't trust them. That literally to this day, I still feel that way, right? Except from you, knowledge, because we're cool. Um, but when I was younger, all my guy mates kind of disrespected me a lot, man. I had a guy,
Uh,
a friend that was going through something, right, where he couldn't stop disrespecting women, and in a sexual way, right?
mhm.
Then now he told me not to say anything, all this stuff, right? I was like, okay, bro, I'll support it, saying supportive words, All of a sudden now, 2 weeks later, my sister comes in my room, right, when I was younger, and she said, "Did you hand out my number to this guy?" I was like, "No." How did he get my number? I'm vexed, bro, because she thinks her I gave him her number.
Yeah.
Knowing that exactly what the guy told me he's been through, now he's trying to flirt with my sister. I don't know if you're past what you're going through yet, bro. And now you're trying that. And all of a
Mm.
sudden now I'm starting to get in you know what I mean? Now you can, and I was really upset. To this day, we don't really talk properly. That was years ago. We can talk
Damn.
neutral. I can say hi, he can say hi, whatever, but I'd never talk to him on a personal level or even try and get his number or anything like that. If I see him, I see him. You know what I mean? But the fact
Yeah.
that you was going through something and then in my head I still assume that you're going through that, which you was, you try and now flirt with my sister? Like that you felt that comfortable to come where I live with my family, try that. I would have respected you better if you came to me and said, you know what, I want to talk to your sister, and then I would have been like, okay, but you told me, bro, you're going through this, and we could have taken it from that level. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that wasn't the case. And when before I met Shiro, when I was dating somebody, um, the guy was, and again, communication is so important, but again, um, genuine friendships can sometimes break up by, again, crossing the line. So imagine, right, you say to your girl, right, um, or your girl says to you, I want to do piano lessons. You're like, okay, cool, cool, cool. But I want, because Nathan's good at piano lessons, I wanted to teach you piano lessons. Oh, okay, okay, okay. What time? 9 o'clock at night. Sorry? You're like, sorry? Why that late? Oh, it's fine. Da, da, da. And you say, nah, I don't really like the timing on that. Can't you just come earlier? And then your girl messages me and says, oh, Nathan, Phoenix didn't want me. Da, 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 da. And then I say, Phoenix, to your girl, oh, but you're an adult, you can do what you want, right? But and I
Mm-hmm.
know, that I know you more, but I'm telling your girl that, oh, you're grown, you can do what you want. That's disrespect, but I let that slide for a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then now, bro, you come to my house 2 weeks later. No, sorry, I come to your house 2 weeks later, knocking on your door saying, can we speak privately? And then you're like, yeah, sure. And then I have the nerve on top of that to also say to you, has your girl been speaking about me at all? Or just talking about me in general? You say no, why? Then I say, because since I've been going around doing piano lessons with girls, they're starting to catch feelings for me. Don't you think that that's a problem on your part, bro? So, like,
Yep.
do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and then I didn't get mad at that point because in my head I was thinking, you know what, he's got a problem. He really has got a problem. And the thing is, what I didn't tell you, which makes it even worse, he was married, bro. That's dangerous. And
Dang. Yeah, that's
this is
very
why
dangerous.
this is why again I find it hard to get close to men because they don't know their boundaries or where to say, I'm telling you, I love my wife, but she's attractive, she's got a big ass, everything. I love her. She's oh my days. Bro, I love her. But sometimes if I don't know a guy, you can't be around me and her at the same time because I don't trust what you're gonna do. Let me give you another example that happened this year. We went on a doubles date. And this other guy who she thought she would call to bring around to drop us home, he was looking at my wife's ass and my boy's girl's ass too. Like it was so bait, bro. Again, though, we're talking about genuine friendships and having that respect, and it just wasn't there. Um, I hope that makes sense. But
Oh, it
again,
does.
you know what I mean? It's about how do you build genuine connections and friendships from the start? Because I wish I kind of knew what people were about to start off with. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone the extra. I wouldn't have gone the extra mile being friends. But again, with guys, you don't really. With guys as well, we don't really talk as much in depth anyway. So those sort of conversations wouldn't come out. Two guys can. I know now that two guys can walk together, and the other guy can be thinking about your girl. You wouldn't even know about it until they're caught alone. That's how, as men, that's how I feel. It's so difficult. And that's why I'm glad now you're bringing up genuine friendships or how to establish genuine friendships because it is really hard. How do you establish that from the get-go, from the very point? Because if a guy or me, if I want to roll with you in life and be a mate, how do you know certain things? Um do you know what I mean? How do you know how do you even know where the line is? Because I feel like for myself, there wasn't a line, or I felt like a line didn't need to be drawn because we're guys, or we're boys, right?
Mm, yeah. Yeah, I definitely definitely started to it's just one of those things you learn the more so than you talk, when you realize know what kind of friends you really want, around you. Um and of course, that gets more complex, as in you become adults and you have specific or unique experiences, that can either alter your thought process, your emotions, and everything else. But um, it's really going to ultimately come down to that not just the
Mm,
the respect factor, the communication. The other aspects which I was going to throw in there was the compassion part about the importance of
mm.
establishing when you have genuine friendship is compassion is a very huge component. Like um to an extent with certain individuals depends on who the friends is, but that's only depends on their respect level with you at that point. If they're not a
Right.
genuine friendship, that they're not gonna get that compassion or that type of same respect back. You get what you give. And that type of deal.
Mm.
Um, and it's always what this is an old saying. Love cannot be where there's no trust. And within friendships as well, love is
Yeah.
a thing that can be established. And once trust is starting to get questioned and broken, whoo,
Mm.
friendship after that is really, really hard. And
And I guess sorry, Chantal, am I talking too much? Sorry, because I want to make sure I'm not going off on one.
No, you're okay. I'm listening. My
Oh, okay.
tooth hurt a little bit. I'm about to brush my teeth.
All right. Well, also as well, something I noticed, bro, I didn't really even establish the connection in a sense because we kind of grew up together. So I
mhm,
guess he thought, yeah, we're cool, which we was cool. but wasn't cool like that in terms of I would I would I would call him up and say, bro, can I talk to you? He would always be the one actually to be like, oh, you're right. If you need anything, let me know. You know what I mean? So he was always the kind guy, but
Yeah.
when it came to the ex part when I was with that person, there was no respect. And I guess building the I don't know, I feel like I don't know. I'm thinking how could have how could have I done that better? You know what I mean? Going back at it because
Mm.
if to me he was more of a associate that I knew from church. So how do I how do I let a associate know that there needs to be there needs to be respect or there is a line here? But then you wouldn't even think there needs to be a line drawn, would you? Because you're not even friends. So you would have assumed that you see, my okay, so this is what I did this week. No, last week, right? Well, it was Sunday, so this week. Okay, this is what I did. So my wife is trying to set up a gathering, like a birthday gathering for me. So I said, oh, she can set it up. So there was one girl that I wanted to come. So I messaged her on Instagram and I said, just out of respect though, just ask your boyfriend if I can have your number. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
and I feel like the situation that I went through years ago, he could have checked up with me to say, bro, is that okay, by the way? Because you know what I mean, like man to man kind of thing. And he didn't actually respect me or see me as how can I say, a man in that situation? Because if the roles were reversed, he would have said, bro, out of respect, message me first, man, if you want to come round and or see if it's okay. I don't know. Maybe it's just me
Mm.
thinking outside,
Yes.
but for me, it's a respect thing. Um, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm just I don't know. It's just I've seen a
Mm.
lot of guys in life because abuse the genuine friendship. Like Chantel sent me an article actually. Was it last month or the month before? Of this guy who slept with his mate's wife. I think it was like a rugby player. I can't remember Chantel what it was. Um, but I think they're quite famous people. And I don't know. It just there's no boundaries, man. No genuine friendship. That's not a genuine friendship. That's
Mm-mm.
you taking advantage and of a situation. And even in genuine friendship, should there be boundaries? Yes, I guess there should because I
Yeah.
think people can get too comfortable in a situation and take advantage or feel like, damn, I don't want to step on nobody's toes here, but yeah, it's a bit of a, I don't know, it's a touchy subject, I guess, but it's a real, uh, it's something that you have to really think about in it because these things don't get talked about much, bro. They don't, respecting people and you know what I mean? And when it comes to
Yep.
relationships, that's a whole different scenario.
Hmm. That's why I'm glad to be able to have these discussions. You see, especially with respectable individuals like yourselves who are founding those same principles. So,
Yeah, it's
because I think you should be able to, even though it's unspoken, at the same moment saying it won't hurt. Like to the point, like, hey, look, respect. We have to put some respect, when it comes to
yeah,
protect. Because at again, communication is key, and it's at that point when you know yourself, and once you know yourself, and you can kind of pick up on other individuals, you'll know if this is the type of person you can speak um, about this verbally or non-verbally to. Like, you know what? I think this person, they already show very respectable traits, but someone else a little bit more questionable. You want to be like, you know what? we might have to put this actual conversation in order to establish this very important ingredient, you know. So
And that's key what you said, right? It is
yeah.
unspoken respect, and I feel like unspoken respect gets no respect, sadly. Um,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, oh, you didn't say, or bro, like I've been getting. I was actually going to show you guys this, but I left it. Now I don't know if it's a scam or whatever, but I've been getting emails saying, um, some person called Elizabeth, someone emailing me saying, "Oh, can you come on this dating site? I want to talk to you. My husband's out of town." Now I don't know if that's a bot or whatever or a real thing, right? But again, respect isn't there anymore for relationships, and this is my problem too. This is why, if you ask my wife, um, she calls me very blunt. So I can be with a mixture of people at a event. If I don't know people, I'm sticking in my lane, which means I'm playing in the background while I'm a part of the background. I don't talk much, I just chill. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because um people these days, you can be married or you could just be in a girlfriend and boyfriend situation, but um which I do class as a serious relationship, and people just won't respect you as being in that status because they just don't see it as respect for themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It even goes down to ooh, see, I'm probably gonna drop some nuggets, but it's like hmm,
I see this one's
oh
making you
boy, oh boy, oh boy.
really hitting the
Yeah, this is
tempo, huh?
you're really making me oh jeez, this is oh my God.
You want to
Uh,
see if Pretty
you're
Problem
not
has
gonna hit
anything to say as far as anything that we've
uh
discussed so distance, or
yeah.
you want to get what you got off your thought process?
I don't want to talk too much. I'm mindful, Chantel, but she's probably listening.
No.
Oh wow, that's just a no. Okay, wow.
That's what I was thinking. Chantel, are you sure you're okay? Because I took that no as a hard no, but maybe that was just me.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm
You
just
sure?
listening. I'm listening to y'all.
All right. So I'm the type of, again, um, genuine friendships. I feel like these days you have to keep it. You have to put up, I don't know if the right word are guards, right? And this is just me. My wife, she told me one time she's going out with the girls to set an occasion. So yeah, cool, that's fine. Um, I was at her mum's house. She came home with the girls. I was playing video games with their sister, and they all sat in the back garden. So all the girls sit in the back garden, and I don't. Some of them I don't know. Some of them I do know, but they're having the good time. So I was sitting inside. So Sherelle's like, one of the girls said, "Is Nathan gonna come and say hi?" I said, "Nathan's gonna say hi," and I said, "Who said that?" And she goes, "Oh, this girl." I'm like, "Oh, the girl that gave me that cake one night, and I knocked myself out. Who put weed in my cake?" I was like, "Nah, I'm cool." Right? But I did look
Wait, huh?
outside. Huh? What did
What?
she what did Chantel say? I didn't hear you.
You put weed in your cake?
Yeah, I didn't even know. We're at some birthday event prior to what I'm talking about now, and I got home, but I was at Cheryl's mum's house sleeping, and I was hallucinating badly, really badly. I felt like I was swearing at my wife, everything. I was
Nathan had an
waking.
edible.
Shut up. So I said to Cheryl, am I swearing at you? Did I just say something offensive? She's like, no, no, no. I said, Cheryl, please help me. Whatever I said to her, whatever you do, don't let me go outside because my mind was telling me to walk outside in the road. That's how bad I was drugged up. I don't know what happened. Then I found myself standing in the kitchen and the light turned off. And then I realized that I was standing in the kitchen for about 10 minutes Oh, it was
Nathan,
crazy.
never.
But anyway, so she's actually, I see her again now, and she's dressing very scandalous with all the other girls. I don't really like to be in the presence of other girls dressing that way. I just feel a bit awkward. Um, just because I'm a guy, I know myself, and I don't want my eyes to wander or be just, you know what I mean? I just feel like it's just
Yeah.
inappropriate for a marriage guy, you know what I mean? People dressing like that. So it's not something that, that sort of scene I'd want to be in. Just me personally, really. So, but for some people, they see that as, oh, you're being extra. Oh, no, I'm not being extra. I'm just trying to condition my life and my mindset to a certain thing. You know what I mean? So to
Yeah.
other people, I don't cross anything or be judged for anything or assumed that I was flirting because you looked a certain way. You know what I mean? So for example, if someone did think I was looking at something, well, at least I know that's not the case because you're fully clothed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just those little principles I have for myself, really. But but again, these unspoken, I don't know if you would call it unspoken truths or genuine friendships, they need to be spoken about, I guess. Um, and I feel like there needs to be boundaries with them. Um, on other friendships, on other relationships too. It could be family. Again, like I told you that example of that guy. Um, yeah, I feel like there needs to be boundaries set across the board of any type of relationship, even from a employee to a manager. Again, some sort of boundary, but I wouldn't call it a genuine friendship, but a genuine work relationship. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
how how do you how do you speak to your manager, for example, confidentially, privately, without your manager taking advantage of a certain situation or trying to twist something? Do you know what I mean? In terms of,
Yeah.
for example, how you're doing at work, something very small. And all these stuff are very good to kind of talk about and say, okay, how do I put myself in a position where, you know, I have, so if my manager's talking to me about how I'm doing at work, what do I do? Oh, maybe I should ask my manager, the notes that you're making on my progress, can I have them? Can I have a copy? You know what I mean? Like these little stuff that sets you up in the right way, just so no one pulls anything over your eyes, if that makes sense. Just little
Does.
stuff like that. Um, Sorry, I'm talking a lot. I don't mean it.
Well, this is what we came to do. We came to talk. And like you talk now, if you start talking the whole show, then that'd be in a whole different story.
Yeah.
I would have to respectfully tell you to silence thyself, in that type of moments. But I don't think we ever had that type of need for those words to ever come out between the three of us.
Shut up. You want to say shut up?
Since Nathan has gained a great deal of my respect, I would not just say the word "shut up." I'll be like, I think we need the words of silence. I'll give it in a more respectful manner. But if I feel some disrespect, then I have to bring out more. Now, right now, you need to shut that. And then if I need to amp it up, then I can bring out my street ways of bringing it. So,
No, I think it'll take a lot for you to get like that though. Like a lot, a
uh,
lot.
I
Yeah.
know, man. You have to be a pretty problem to do something like that. You feel me? Like, whew.
Y'all lucky I
Oh,
can't clap back. I'm over here trying to gargle it and I hear y'all throwing shots at me. Especially that knowledge.
Wait, who took a shot?
Especially
Who
that
took a shot?
knowledge one.
What did I was just saying, certain people
No,
or certain
no,
problems.
no, 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 no.
I just see. I honestly just see the phone behind her, right? And like she's washing up, she's turning her head. Like those movies, she's turning her head around. She's like, she's like, you're lucky I can't come after you right now because I'm busy washing up.
Ooh, thank goodness
That's
for her part, what she's doing right now. Just help save her life. Oh my goodness, 'cause that definitely something I just put myself in a problematic situation.
no, that's jokes.
Oh my goodness.
There's good stuff to
What
talk
was
about
that?
though, because
It is.
because I feel like uh, yeah, we don't. Some people, as a whole, some people don't respect each other enough.
Very much so. I'm not sure.
In the small ways.
Did we talk about the trust factor that comes with establishing friendship as well?
We didn't actually talk about the trust part, to be fair, but I feel like they've all linked, if you know what I mean. I feel like if we
Oh,
talk
of
about the
course.
trust, I feel like yeah, I feel like if we talk about the trust stuff, we could talk about it now. But yeah, the trust is very important, obviously, um, because with respect, you get that trust, right? Automatically, your trust builds up in that person. If you've had no experience with that person at all, then your trust is going to be at zero. You're like, okay, I'm going to be cautious, so I'm going to move accordingly to probably how I've been treated before to be on the safe side.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Very much agree. Very much agree. What about you? Pretty problem.
Absolutely. If I feel like if I'm with around someone that I feel uneasy with, then they can't be my friend because who wants? I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Mm.
If I feel uneasy with somebody, why would I want to be friends with them?
But let's say your trust gauge is 50% out of 100. Would you still
If I
would you
feel 1% of distrust between that person, then I
so
don't
that
want
goes down by
to.
49%? You would still
Yeah, if I feel the
hmm.
slightest bit of that I don't trust that person, then I don't even want them around me.
Even if you've had a lifetime of really good trust, you would you
What do
okay,
you mean?
fair
A
enough.
lifetime of really good trust with that
Okay,
person, or
so let's say that their trust gauge is 100%, and it's just this only one time you feel a bit, I don't know if I can trust what he's saying. Would you kind of confront that, or would you kind of just say, you know what, I'm okay, thank you, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, or
well,
would you
when it
confront?
comes to something they say, or when it comes to like their actions, I'm confused.
Um, something they say.
Well, it would depend though, because sometimes maybe a person doesn't feel comfortable telling you certain things. You have to look at those factors as well. So, but if it became like a habit to where as though this person just telling stories like nobody's business for no reason, like kind of like how I don't know, like a habitual liar or something like that, then that's a huge red flag.
Hmm.
But you can't just gauge it off of what somebody says because maybe a person you gotta think about things that they may be going through. Maybe a person is not comfortable with sharing something with you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. So if I've had good trust experience with you based on your um inconsistency today, even though it's usually good, I will probably ask you, so why did you lie about that? You know what I mean? Or why is it that you was yeah.
But you gotta make sure you respect in their comfortability as well. You gotta make sure the person that's something that they want to talk about. What you think, knowledge?
Respect. Hold on, let me respect that. Let me try that again. Respect. Find out
You've
what
been
it
waiting your
means
whole
to
life for this.
me.
You've been waiting your whole life for this moment.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting. It's like I've been like that one player that's been stuck on the bench for like 3 years. Like, come in, coach, just put me in the game,
Oh my
and I finally
god,
got in there.
I can't believe this. Oh my god, my stove. I'm sorry. Let me mute
Yeah.
myself.
But yeah, I definitely agree from what I heard though, as far as like when it goes to trust, when it comes to like um being around somebody, there's got to be some trust factor. And if we haven't established trust, like say we're at the early stages of just establishing friendship, like it's got to be like those principles that's been applied that's gonna be able to lead to me being able to trust you. How we give each other, because as much as broads and some guys put their significant other through little as tests, little tests, we do the same thing in friendships. Whether we know it or not. Um,
Wait, test?
and,
It's
yes.
coming out now. Chantel
No,
speak.
no. I just want to understand. I just want to understand more in depth.
Your knowledge, you're explaining this one,
You know
not
what?
me.
Never, I don't
Knowledge,
want to
you
know.
explain it. No, you do want to
But
know, Chantel.
as far as these tests,
Yeah, like, how does one test a person in a friendship or even like in a? I don't. Never mind.
Maybe test was probably a mouthful, the word test, but I feel like with friendships or relationships, I feel like you do things to
yeah,
slightly test their reaction, if I can put it that way.
yeah.
Um,
I mean,
huh?
look at the way some of these. It's especially more looked at the test factor with these YouTube things, the way they be. Oh, I'm gonna let my girlfriend leave them around my friend and see how they react, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, I
Where
hate that one.
we've been friends for like 8 years, and now you suddenly gonna put your closest friend and test them both in a situation where they shouldn't be. Like you don't need to test them by not testing them. Don't do it at all to begin with. Why am I gonna test somebody like that? It don't make no sense. You know, I never was a big fan of testing, so like you don't need to put that person in a situation. That way they don't ever
Mm,
even get the idea. So if I'm testing, then I need to be worried about myself because I'm like, what have
mm,
I done with myself that make me be so insecure about putting somebody through a test? You know,
mm.
just to make
So
sure like,
go on.
whew,
I hear you. I hear you. But I feel like we all do it on a not a level like that, but I feel like we do
yeah.
it on a
Now,
small level in it.
I've done things where it was like, oh, let me see maybe how, like, for example, let me see what Nathan says if I say this.
But you've done that?
I've done things. Yeah, I've done that
Oh
before.
Lord. Oh Lord. What have I
No, I'm
said?
Oh
just
yeah, no.
saying. You know what? Never mind.
No, I'm interested. It's not...
Interested too.
No,
I'm
go on.
interested too.
Yeah, I'm interested. Yeah.
One of the small ones. Those are some of the little small tests people really do put
Yes.
each other. Those are, I
Huh?
think,
Yes.
those are like the acceptable ones.
Huh? What did you say?
No, I was saying like, those are those acceptable tests that people put through when like those ones right there. Those are like ones like, okay, that can be kind of passable. That can be acceptable. Like, let me see if I say this, what their thought process might be, or let me see what they're gonna say if I say this and that. Those are the ones that's okay though. Those are the acceptable ones. I
Okay.
say.
Hmm.
Okay. Just like to see where a person's mind might be at.
Yeah, like a question. What do
Okay,
you think
good.
about? Yeah. What do you think about this, or what would you do in this situation?
Mm-hmm. But like not just test them to the like don't test my loyalty. Because I feel like if you don't know where my loyalty lies, then you should have cut this friendship short a long time ago. Don't
I don't
test
know
my
what.
loyalty.
I
Don't
don't know
get
why
your
you're talking
man
to me
or
like that. Why are you telling me off? I haven't done anything.
no, not you, Nathan. You know
I'm
what,
joking.
Nathan?
I'm joking. Oh,
Oh,
you're so easy
cuss
to
me
mess
out
around
again.
with. I'm joking. No, I definitely understand what you mean. Oh gosh, this is so fun. I
Nathan.
no, I know what you mean.
Y'all get a kick out of seeing me flip.
Yeah.
Okay. I got something for the both of y'all.
Oh wait, when did I get in this?
You're guilty by association because you laughed.
Oh, I'm guilty by. Oh, okay, then I'm gonna take mine with honor, because you got yours coming too. So
I know. Ooh.
What did I do to deserve anything coming to me? What did I do?
that's for me to know, you to find out.
Oh, okay. Say less. So now I just got a plan.
Oh Lord.
Nathan's sitting there unbothered, like he's not a part of this intricate plot.
No, I am bothered. But then if I get Chantel back, it'll be something that she won't actually see coming at all. And I'm very good at planning things. I really am.
You can't get me back because I'm gonna be
No,
unbothered like Omarion.
no, you can. I actually can. I actually. Oh my. You know what? I'm gonna let
Ooh.
you in on something. I'm the type of guy, right, that would you call it, oh, that's sad, right? But I'm the type of person that I would actually no, I can't tell you that. Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
he got the
I
pink.
ain't
He
have
got the
nothing you
pink
can
in him.
I
say.
have
He
I
he
have
he, he got some diabolical plans in that mind.
I do pranks on my wife or like on my siblings. They don't even see it coming. I would break in my sister's house just so I can hide and scare her. That's the type of person. That's the type of
Oh
thing. Stuff
dang.
I would do.
Oh man, you want to get shot? Oh,
That's the no joke. I'd honestly be the type of person to go down to America, honestly, get Phoenix, find where he's at, make a journey down to Philly, and just scare you or something, just make you jump. And you'll be like, who never Nathan, how did you get down here?
I run fast.
When did you
So.
come to the USA? I'm gonna do that at one point, you know. I'm gonna bring knowledge down too.
Where you gonna go? I haven't given you my address,
Oh, you don't need to. Not necessarily.
so you can find me.
It won't be easy.
Okay. Oh wow, that's extreme.
I
Oh.
know. Oh man, this thing
Man,
is dirty.
Y'all mischievous.
he makes sure he he gets a high ranking S for
Yeah,
successful
but
on the prank.
yeah, because that means you're gonna have to come back better, and that's gonna be hard to top.
I ain't going to
That
the UK.
is.
That's too far.
No, you don't have to go to UK to do that. I mean, I could do something now which doesn't require me to go anywhere.
Oh, and please explain.
Nope, because I don't like giving all my tricks away.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
well, Nathan a genius with that one.
Mhm. Nope, that's perfectly fine with me. That is perfectly fine with
Just
me.
I'm an innocent witness bystander in all of this. I'm just gonna
You
play my part in the
you
back.
are not a bystander.
I have a halo in this situation, so I just want to, say, look, guys, we don't have to resort to this.
Oh,
We can
please
do this.
save it.
We could do this another way.
That's what I'm trying to.
Save it.
I'm saving it right now. I want to save you both for what you're about to do
So
right
you're
now.
gonna
This is
save him.
uncalled
You're
for.
not gonna be saving me.
All right, I'm gonna take in what knowledge is saying because he's trying to save me from something here. So
Save you, yeah.
well yeah,
I want to
because you're
save you
because
both.
No, save him.
How
You
about we
can't
save
save
the pranking? How about we save the pranking for the enemies?
mm,
him.
Yeah, made y'all both think on that one. Y'all said it at the same time, like that was almost a mutual agreement. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is so funny. I feel like y'all be jumping me though.
Me jumping
I think it's
the
like a
Halo?
guy. I think it's like a guy thing.
I think it is. Yeah. We we
Yeah.
we we
I
we, we
wasn't
naturally like to fight.
Or y'all like to see my fire lit.
me. The what?
Y'all like to
Huh?
Knowledge is like, what are you doing to me? What are you saying? What are you saying? Oh snap!
You know what I mean. Oh, come on.
I like to make sure that your fire is properly tended to in a
Hey,
not so explosive manner. Um, I gotta remain in my angelic manner. So I'm gonna
He
go with
really
that
thinks he's
story.
no, take yourself off of mute. You ain't been on mute this whole time. What are you doing? Now you want to get on mute now that knowledge start talking. You just
I've
want to
never seen
listen
him go on.
now.
I've never seen him go on mute before either. I've never seen
Listen,
it.
I
I
peeped
took
it the
well.
second he went on mute. The very second I was not letting it slide.
Oh my goodness.
Nathan is something
Oh,
else.
that was funny.
Mm.
Her
I'm gonna try to
observation
get.
skills is peak
He like, let me
level.
get on mute. He might say something juicy. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
He didn't even get 5 seconds into it.
And he wasn't going to get 5 seconds.
Keep
Oh,
going, knowledge.
that's okay, Lynn. Let me show you how it's done.
Oh.
Oh, that's what we do now. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a picture real quick. Hmm.
Oh my God, y'all are something else.
Oh my
But
goodness!
yeah,
The minute I told you I'll show you how it's done. Y'all follow right behind. See, an angel must learn to teach these great things, and
Oh, I'm the
y'all
queen of
follow suit.
muting. Just ask Nathan. I'm the queen of muting.
Queen
I'll
of
mute
cat
the
too,
whole
but
show.
a queen of what?
cat.
Muting. I'll mute the
She's a
whole
queen of cat.
show, and Nathan will be inboxing me like, unmute.
Now
He's
you're
Dang.
like, come
showing me
on,
up.
talk. Look at Nathan. He's being smart.
Seems like we all been acquiring a great deal of that today.
Yeah.
Oh my
Petty
goodness.
queen then came out of me.
I see the cap almost came out too.
Where? When? How? Why? Who?
Really? Why? How did that end up as one of the questions?
What do you want?
Oh snap!
Oh, I found my Afro comb under the couch. Oh my days.
Oh my days! I'm gonna have to use that. That's going in my vocabulary now.
Do you guys think establishing genuine friendship requires you to tell your friend what was I getting ready to say? Do you think it requires like telling your friend or criticizing your friends or like critiquing their life decisions, or is that not your place?
Wait, say
Like,
that again.
say for example, you got okay. Say for example, I had a friend and she's with a guy that's constantly cheating on him, and then every time he cheats on her, she calls you to vent, but then she goes right back to him. Would it be my place to tell her, in a sense, what to do, or just tell her that she's being dumb,
I
or
would
do I
say
need to
in
Yes.
see see from what I've learned is that there's two sides to every story, and I've realized that I was telling somebody quite
I mean, a cheat
recently.
is a cheat,
Well,
so there's only one side to that.
can you
Mm.
let me
What?
explain? Let me explain.
No,
Let me
knowledge. What
explain.
was that? Seriously, what was
Don't
that?
look, he's
Oh,
thinking.
he muted. Okay. Okay.
Listen. No, hang on, right? Because while, for example, he was doing the cheating, right? Or he cheated or once, whatever, right? Um, and this is gonna get sticky. Okay. If I'm in that situation, I say, Chantel, I think you should leave, right? Or consider leaving. I would leave if that happened to me, right? Okay. And you go back. Fine. I talk to whoever the guy is, and he says to me, bro, I did, but you know what though? She she always talks down on me, man. She always says this to me and says that. Now, sometimes women can be very good at being verbally abusive, and sometimes the type depending on the
It's
type of
actually
man,
abusive.
verbally, depending on certain men, they may feel like, you know what, she doesn't like me anyway, so whatever. And in their moment of weakness, they can
So
slip up.
then leave.
But what I'm saying is, us friends don't always tell both sides. So you could say he cheated, but what have you done in order to get him to that point?
There should be no getting to that point. If you feel like you need to cheat, then
No,
just
but
leave the
but
person.
but let me flip. But let me flip it. Some
You
girls do
can't
the same.
deflect.
No,
That's
I'm not
deflect.
deflecting. No, stay. Don't get Kevin Samuels on me. I'm staying on the
Oh,
topic, right?
oh,
Yo, dang.
Right?
oh. Okay, let me mute.
Don't, don't. You're you're deflecting. Shame, guilt need to be right, right? Now,
No,
so
but you can't blame. Like you can't, Nathan.
no, but hang on.
You
I'm gonna.
can't say,
But
"Oh, she was being mean to me. She hurt my feelings, so
no,
that's
no,
why
no,
I cheated."
no.
There's
But
no
some men.
justifying for that.
No, but the thing is, right? What kind of man? Okay, all
Oh,
right.
she hurt my little feelings.
No, but some women really swear and kind of beat down men with their words. Because women, you ain't
So
gonna go
then
and hit a man
leave her.
Very true. Very true. Very true.
women can't hit men because you would know if you hit a man, he might actually turn around and slap you, and then when he slaps you, he gets reported, right? But this is here what I'm saying.
What?
Some men honestly love their wives and or partners in such a way that you know what, emotionally they may get like that, right? Now let me flip it. There are some men who don't even show their partners any sort of affection, and some women go ahead and cheat emotionally, it may not be sexually, but they go and cheat sometimes as well. There's different forms of cheating, so that can happen. But most people do you know what I mean? So there's two sides to every
You
coin.
gotta see the beginning side though. You have to see the beginning stages. So if you feel
But
like,
I saw
first
that
of
from
all,
my
if I
friend.
feel like, no,
Hmm.
I'm just saying, if I feel like there's ever a point to where as though we have lost that much respect with each other that we got to the point where we need to put our hands on each other, then we don't need to be together.
True.
And if we ever gotten to the point where we're verbally abusive or mentally abusive towards each other, or like I said, physically abusive towards each other, then that's a sign to call it quits. But
I
cheating,
hear
as far
I
as
hear that.
cheating goes, but as far as cheating goes, if you feel like you need to cheat, then just leave the person. Then you'll be free to do whatever you want. Now
I
you
understand.
cheat, and then you love. If you cheat on that person and you love that person, you're risking bringing them back an STD or anything, right? Just for y'all to work it out and get back together. But
Mm.
it's like, why
I hear
make
that, but
that happen?
most people don't communicate to even start off with, and this is how it leads down to that.
Well, then
Because
if there's no
if I had to
communication,
talk to you, if someone had to talk with Phoenix or whoever or to you and said, you know what, um, when you talk to me, this is how I feel. Because it's a fact that men don't talk about everything and how they feel, and some men just don't want to talk because if they feel like if they talk, they feel like they're gonna get shouted at or you just won't understand. So sometimes we do keep it in, and sometimes that frustration can come out in many different ways. Forget cheating, it could come out in a different way. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Um,
No,
but
you right. You in the ballpark though, because that habit is just very destructive
yeah,
to a relationship.
because people don't communicate. You know, it can be. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this, or You know, and I see women that cheat, and I don't condone cheating, but I understand it if there's no communication, or if the communication is really poor. Because I didn't communicate the fact that I felt like you was talking to
Regardless
me
of the
very,
reason, there should never be anything that drives you towards cheating. If the
but
relationship
but
is not
but
working out for
Chantel,
you, no, you justifying it, and it's non-justifiable, Nathan.
I'm not, how do I put it? I'm not saying cheating is good. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that
Is it
Is
justifiable
that
no
is it?
matter what the scenario is?
It's
I'm
not
not
that. I don't think
justifying
he's
it.
saying that. I think he's
I'm
just
not,
saying that there's situations where there's always more to the story when it comes to cheating, more so than it being justified.
yeah, I'm
Because
not trying to justify it and saying condone it. I don't condone it. I don't agree with it. But I do
Yeah,
understand
you
why that
blame the
happens because there's no
situation on somebody
communication.
cheating.
Huh?
You can't blame the situation that they're in on somebody cheating. Yeah, the situation might have been bad. You could blame it on somebody actually like leaving. Like, okay, he left
I
her
can't
because
blame.
they no, no, I'm just saying he left her because they didn't have any communication or they weren't seeing eye to eye or she was like verbally abusive to him. Then I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I see why he left her. But as far as like um he cheated because of that, that's not the same. Like, okay, all of this happened, but that still doesn't excuse him cheating. That still doesn't give him like
No,
a
it doesn't.
reason.
It doesn't condone it. It really doesn't. But everyone.
Like, I feel like he was trying to kill me if he cheated on me. Like, oh, he
So
cheated
again,
on me. He tried to kill me. I feel like he tried to kill me if he cheated on me. Like a person tried to kill me if they cheated.
mm-mm. Like people.
Because you put me at risk for a lot
true,
of
true.
things.
Everyone's mind is different to different scenarios. You hear those like I've heard those bad stories where a guy thinks his wife is cheating and um he kills her. Like you hear those stuff on the news where the man kills his wife because for whatever reason, or you know what I mean. Um, and you don't. And I've heard stories of people who feel that their partner does not love them anymore, that they just do something completely stupid in that
Mm-hmm.
moment and time because they're just not there mentally to the fact that you know what they need a therapist. And that's why sometimes I do like watching Kevin Samuels because he said, okay, they cheated. Do you really leave straight away, or do you try and fix it? Because on
Well, actually,
because on the flip side though, there has been other cases where that has happened and they've forgiven each other and they're moving on really good and strong. That's another question, I guess.
I mean, for some people it may work.
Hmm.
I'm the kind of person I can tolerate a lot of things, but cheating isn't one of them.
Hmm.
Like I can tolerate, you know, working on communication and working on just certain things, but I'm sorry, I just can't. I don't
No, I
see how
understand.
people.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry, I'm not I'm definitely not condoning it because I don't agree with that
I don't see how
at all.
people work out their relationships after one of them has cheated.
It happens though, Chantel. I know two people it's happened to, and they've worked on it.
Mm, I mean,
It's
that could work
definitely not for
too.
everybody. It's definitely not for everybody. But
Mm.
I do kind of like what Kevin Samuel says because what he's trying to say is
Oh my
try and
God.
work on it.
Not Kevin
If
Samuels.
stop it,
Give me
stop, hang on.
no, give me another example. I hate that man. Stop saying his name.
Okay,
Give me a different example.
okay.
Talking about Kevin Samuels.
Look.
Okay. All right, go
We
ahead,
all
Nathan.
know, we all know, we all know relationships, friendships are not easy, right? It just needs to be worked on if it can be worked on. And if you do see if you forget about cheating, it could be anything, right? If you do see it can be worked on, try and work at it. People assume these days that relationships are going to be so easy. It's really not.
It's really not.
you can't really prepare yourself for a relationship as much as you might want to. I mean, I've tried doing it before I was married, and there's stuff that I didn't predict that I would face, and I'm facing it. Again, though, it goes down to communication, and
Mm-hmm.
that helps to build everything up. Communicate daily, because um I I said something very late or quite late to my wife about something. I said, this is how I felt. And she goes, oh, you didn't tell me. And I goes, yeah, I didn't want to tell you because I thought it was just not the right time to say it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But again, communication is so important. Um, and I said to her, I didn't want you to think you was a bad wife because you're not. It's just that I was going through, this is how you made me feel, but it's not your fault. And I want to say it later. You know what I mean? So it's
You want a partner that's approachable too.
yeah, you gotta be approachable.
I
Gotta
hope
be
I'm
approachable.
approachable.
Yeah, you are. You are now. I know that now. But before, boy,
Now,
you are. Yeah. No,
what? I wasn't approachable before.
no, you was. But in terms of that conversation about black people, remember, I was nervous
Yeah,
to say what I wanted
some
to
things are
say.
trigger points, but that's something that would be communicated though.
All right,
Like I've
don't bite my head
communicated
off.
that to you prior,
Yeah. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's
Let me
all.
listen to
Just
this.
play.
Let me listen to this voice note. Hang on.
Yeah, I think how you doing, my brother, my sister? Genuine friendship is a friend, that'll unconditionally, like when I'm having a bad day and he needs to like choke on me and make me stop breathing and maybe
What?
jerk me off or fuck me in the ass,
What?
All right. There's one
Whoa,
thing. What
whoa,
was there's
whoa.
That went
Hold
from
on.
0 to 100 real quick.
yeah, we Chantel's laughing, but I ain't laughing on that one. We don't do that in here. I'm sorry.
It's not
Oh
funny. It just caught me
no.
off.
So so
Mmm.
yeah,
That
no,
was a bit much.
we don't have that in here, man. See, this is why I want to talk about tomorrow. The how to be stereo considerate, man, because that's just see, bro. See what I mean? I can't even upload this now. You know what I mean? Just stupidness, man. Um,
Just
but
ignore that
yeah,
part. I mean, you can still edit that part. It's a good thing that's at about the end of
no,
this show for the most.
no, I can't edit that. I mean, because
Yeah,
we've
you
been
can.
talking for 2 hours. How am I gonna find that small section in 2 hours?
It's at the end of it because I'm about to wrap the end of the show up and restart. You can always end this one and restart another one. Just to
Oh
keep
my
it.
god.
Yeah, now it's left.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would
where's my?
suggest I would start by ending this one out. That way you'll know at the very end what not to use, and then just we can just restart like a different room just to keep it easier to edit, man. But I understand what he did because that wasn't
That
cool.
was a
I thought he
bit
was about to
much.
really go some. I thought he was gonna go somewhere
Oh,
respectful
be
with it,
quiet,
but
Chantel. You like that? I don't know what she's on
No,
about.
it was funny because it caught me off guard. It was just so wild. That's why I laughed.
Mm, mm.
It was so wild. I'm not laughing because it was like comical. I'm laughing because it caught me off guard. Like, oh my god, that was wild.
I can't remember what on earth I was trying to say. Mm-mm.
I
But
think
yeah,
I think we I think you do you want to make it easier for editing and just stop this now and just open up a whole nother room to continue, or you want to keep going and how you want to go about it?
jeez. No, don't worry. Ah, so annoying. No,
You
don't
putting this
worry.
on YouTube?
I was going to, not anymore. Never mind. The show must go on. Um,
I'll edit it out and shoot.
oh damn.
Because I can
Yeah.
pinpoint right now it's about an hour and 53 in between an hour and 55 minutes of when she has uttered such words. So
Utter.
Yeah, but no, communications. I keep saying it a lot because it really is though. But people, I feel like we don't know how to talk to each other properly.
I mean, look at the social conditions and expectations and stresses that come along with certain, things within, a
But look at the
friendship or a relationship.
Yeah, but look at the social mindset we've got already. We have one person talking here like that. How on earth do you confront people like that?
Right.
And this is the stuff that we have to deal with day to day. People just don't know how to communicate. How is that the first thing that comes upon your mind? Like seriously though,
I
now
think he was
I'm
trolling.
slightly getting frustrated a little bit.
I think he was trolling.
That's crazy. I've seen him come in rooms where I've never seen him do that before.
You know, when a man trolls, you know what he's looking. You know what? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Come on,
Mm.
stay with a purpose, man, at least, or just be. Let me calm
All
down.
right, but let's let that go.
Mm. But yeah, I think
But
communication is because it's something especially like in the last year, like even for myself being honest, like it's more than just talking, just talking. There's more depths and more aspect to communication than just talking. There's the
Hmm.
understanding factor, there's the listening aspect to it, the being mindful, being attentive, being really present there, also being um not just respectful to the person but to yourself to give your opinion, because in a conversation when you're communicating, the person don't always want you to sit there and disagree with them just because, like, give your point of view, um
Hmm.
and it's just like, man, have that type of comfort with yourself and the individual, which, if y'all have that type of respect and trust with each other, where y'all can be able to just talk openly, give each other's different opinions without, because we all have different opinions when it comes to a lot of these things, but we maintain being respectful about each other's opinion, you know, or whatever the case may be, and that, whew, is very rare to get. That's one thing I'm grateful to have as well. But yeah, that's definitely my mindset when it comes to communication, as far as some things about it though.
I feel like yeah, communication is important. I feel like um what do you think about eye contact? Because when you're talking to someone about a really sensitive situation, I think that eye contact is very important. Have you ever seen those movies where
Mm.
like, please look at me when I'm talking to you, like you're not even paying attention, and they're like, I am, but I'm just, but really they're nervous. Some people don't look at you when you're talking about something very important. They kind of like look everywhere else. I feel like eye contact and body language is so important because you can pick that up, and I feel like that's a part of communication. And if sometimes that's off, or if you don't understand their way of communicating, that they may be nervous or that may cause some irritation also. I feel like you're not listening to me though. Do you know what I mean? You get those sort of responses. No, I am listening.
Yeah.
No, you're not, because you're not looking at me, or you're you're doing other things. Can you just like stop for a second? Can we sit down and talk? Because you don't feel like, right, you're getting there 100%. Um, they're in, you don't feel like they're 100% engaged with you in the conversation that you're trying to have. Um, so
Hmm. Okay. And I'm gonna have to. That's situational, I would think, in some ways. It depends on how the individual communicates and how they prefer. Me personally, of course, I prefer, if you can, keep your feet pointed, leveled, and your body attentive to the conversation, but, you know, um, that's something we gotta, talk about as well. In that moment, some moments as well. Like, if this conversation is something that you feel you're comfortable to engage in or you can't handle, then that's when we need to go to accordingly. But I don't think that art of or that style of communication really gets respected as much anywhere. It's kind of lost.
Mm, mm.
What about you, Chantel? Some people are bothered by
Depending on the
that.
situation, I would need a person's undivided attention, dependent on the situation. Now, if we're just having like a casual conversation, I don't mind you like multitasking while we talk and things like that. But like if it's something like serious or something that I really need to talk to you about, then I do expect for someone to give me their
Yeah,
undivided attention and vice versa.
yeah. So this is a random question, but knowledge, are you? Oh, actually, no. Don't worry. Hang on a second.
Oh, what is it, bro? You might as well go ahead and let that one out.
Nah, not yet. Hang on a second. Nah, it's cool actually. Yeah. So yeah, respect is important. Yeah.
He must got like a good thought process or a good question
Nathan,
he
let
about
it
to
off your
bring to the
mind.
table.
Just
You know,
say
get
it.
You know,
nah, it's cool.
Stressing me out.
Um, that's cool. Yeah, it's again. I'm just thinking a lot, man. Because I'm big on respect, man. I really am. I really am. And I like how you wanted to talk about it, knowledge and do part two on genuine friendships. Because certain people are really not genuine.
nope.
Their emotions are not. Um, certainly not the emotions. Their their intentions are not. They don't in line up with yours. In fact, they're totally different. They play up. Um, you know, um, that's why I'm mindful who I talk to on stereo because their intentions again are not in line with your intention slash purpose. Oh, that's an interesting one. Purpose. Um, mm,
Hmm. Also, reminds me about which I know is what is it? I guess some of the thought process I had it when it comes to um, what do you think destroys friendships, or what do you think? Which I think I might make a counter to this show. What destroys established friendships? You
oh,
know.
my days, bro. That's deep. Ah! I've see. There's something I want to say, and I honestly can't say. I'll have to tell you guys separately after this. That's how deep it is. But you're on track exactly. Ah, oh my days. Say that again, bro. I'm writing that down. Oh my days. What?
What would destroy established friendships? Genuine friendship, because like um I know we talk about a lot of things that get established between, friendships, relationships, I'm gonna be doing one on what established good families too as well. Um I
You
also
know.
want to talk about the destroying side of these things as well. So I was like, what destroys these things as well? So, because these are things that got to get talked about. These are things that need to be known. Everybody holds these solutions in their mind. So I want to get these bad boys out. These are the type of questions I like.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna talk about it, and I can't give this example right now. But if you look on your, I'll talk to you and Chantel about it after. But if you look on your your Instagram, for example, because that and you can't don't read it out. Don't read it out. If that in the wrong setting, yeah, that could be a problem. You know what I mean? And this is why I'm talking
Yeah.
about setting up boundaries and genuine friendships and connections, and what would break it. Yeah, that would. So it's kind of, if we go into that, what would destroy a established friendship? I feel like not having the correct boundaries and things set up in place. Oh my days, this is deep. See, this is why I like talking to you guys, man. You gotta come up with the deep stuff, man. Oh my days. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's gonna be an interesting show right there.
uh, oh. Mm-mm-mm. I'm done. I can't talk. I need to.
And we're gonna do that this week too. It's gonna be done this week.
Ah!
'Cause you,
This week.
yep. But I want to make sure get the other shows out the way too. But we're gonna get that in.
Yeah, we can definitely get that in.
So,
Mm-mm-mm. One thing I want to
but
talk
yes,
about as well is, if you're emotionally invested in someone, what is off the table? That's a question, but also a rhetorical question.
but for right now, is that gonna be a show topic?
Oh, that's gonna be a show.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
Boy, coming through with the bangers. Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
Uh, uh,
What
but
would destroy established friendship though? That's deep.
yeah, we're gonna have a good conversation with that one. There's some things we can piggyback off this, but I think there's other principles that come into that that's gonna really bring out the juice out the food. Bring some seasoning in the
Oh
kitchen.
yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
which is terrible analogies by the way, but I give
Oh
myself an
yeah.
E for effort, but still
Chantel. Oh my days. Chantel, how you feeling about this? I don't know if she was even listening. Mm-mm-mm.
I was listening.
Yeah,
That's
we
a
got a
good
lot of
topic.
we got a lot of shows this week.
Mhm.
Oh, I literally can't keep still. Literally, I'm thinking. My head's going crazy. Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I want to talk about establishing genuine family bonds. Like what makes a actual good quality family. Like what's missing in today's era of families. Like we all can agree families are not what they used to be, and you got a lot of broken homes, and
I'll let them connect. I'll let them connect.
from other more relationships. But I think there's some other things that can get in there where it's more like people's own personal people like the generations before us might have been away, and like their lack of being aware of things that probably was left previously, and things that maybe they don't believe in that carried on to their family that they're building and that their family that they're leaving behind. So
Mm, mm.
yeah, I can't
I
wait to
like
do that one as well.
I like that
Huh?
topic. I like that topic. That's a
Most
good one.
definitely.
Mm.
So, because I'm gonna also go in there. Okay, what do you think is what we're gonna really go in there? What it takes to actually
Mm.
build an actual family? Like, you don't have to go in there with a book strategy on a
Mm-mm-mm.
or like a certain person to teach you something. It's might not be easy, but it's simple. You know, to really be a family, to establish a family is it's not like
Mm.
rocket science. I don't need to carry over the two and do a parentheses, PEMDAS, and calculus to break down this. Um,
See,
so
bro.
as long as
See,
one has
I'm glad.
willingness, so
I'm glad you're saying that, bro. What? Because you're making me come up with all my cards already, man. But yeah, genuine. Sometimes I hate you and I love you, bro. Um,
I'll take it.
jeez. Like, yeah, it's important, yeah, because it's like, to what makes a good family first, a genuine family relationship first. You're gonna need a good man. or you're gonna need a good woman to connect that with. You know what I mean? And then
Yep.
when you do that, that will make or grow a firm foundation. Now we can go into when we talk about this show, we can go into the what that looks like and what that doesn't look like from social media accounts to your life and oh see bro you're making my head blow
Oh yeah.
up.
Oh,
You know
cause
what I
this is
mean?
gonna go back.
And then,
Yeah.
you
I
know what I
see
mean?
you really
And
going
then
there. You already got
yeah,
notes.
notes. Oh jeez, but my brain's making notes. You know, and then go down into comparing how our grandmas and did things and how they grew us up to have a really good family relationship bond. We can even
Hmm.
go into, you know, you're really making me, oh jeez,
Yeah, I'm pulling out the cards. Yeah, pull all them
you're,
bad boys out, boy.
oh my days. We can even go into for men and women, right? Oh, I hate, yeah, I can't say I hate you, bro, but I think I am. So, so it's kind of like, ah, the difference between the difference between modern and traditional men and women where it's gone wrong. That fits into the oh jeez, you're
Here we go
making
with the
me
Kevin
Yeah,
Samuels.
yeah.
no men
Because
and
I'm
women
gonna
though.
go.
Men and women though. Traditional versus modern. Men and women. It's they both work hand in hand. But again, he's making me come up with all this stuff and I have to write it down again in a way that I
Oh yeah, write it all down.
yeah.
Because I'm gonna be going in the aspect where, where we didn't have so many weak mortal men leaving females behind with children, which is really destroying families.
Yeah.
Like where they need to really look. You ain't got to be with the person you with, but just step in, step up, be the man you're supposed to, handle your responsibility, and be in your kid's life. You ain't got to be with the woman to be in your kid's life.
Can someone tell that to
Like.
my mine?
What did she say? What did she say?
I think she was saying somebody. I can't even remember, to be honest. She said it
Chantel?
so smoothly under our voices.
No, I said I wish someone explained that to my child's father. You don't got it together.
uh, sorry guys, mind if I play this voice note quick? Oh,
Yeah.
it's Joshua. Hang on.
Hey, shout out to the panel. Hey, this is a good topic you guys talking about. And shout out to Knowledge Phoenix. Hey man, for trying to get up with you. To do a show about how to coach people spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure, man. Um, I'm gonna let you know because if you do a show, is he saying somebody he's doing a show how to coach people with through spiritualism, right?
Spiritually, he's into that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. If you do, just send me the invite to the show and make it, give me like a time, or if you can, if you got IG, which I think you do, I can hit you up because
Yeah, he has this.
I don't get invites on stereo. So if you do the show and invite me, I won't get it off stereo. So
Yeah,
the
you don't
more
get
I know
notified. Yeah,
beforehand, the more I know beforehand, the better, and we can talk about that one because that's, I'm
yeah,
always up to doing
yeah.
interesting shows like
But
that.
by the way, Josh, I do see you trying to come in, but I might have to accept you in another talk that we have. Um, me and Josh were talking the other day. Well, not the other day. This a couple of hours ago about when you have too many people in, and then it kind of gets what's the word? You get
Chaotic.
yeah, like we had before. So we've got to structure it next time, and we can have him in. But yeah, you're giving me a lot of stuff to work with this week. Emotionally invested. What's off the table? If you're emotionally invested, what's off the table? I've also got marriage is not for self, and you came
Marriage
with
is not.
Oh,
marriage is not for self.
that's a good one.
Um, you came with what would destroy a established friendship. What makes a genuine family relationship? Modern and traditional women and men. Or I could have modern versus traditional when it comes to men and women.
Let's see. Yep. And now you just gave me another one. I'm actually going. I think I'm gonna go start even breaking it down to establishing like a society and cultures. You're giving me some things where I can diversify into other
Mm-mm-mm.
things like where we in our daily life. I'm gonna start going into stuff like that because like our society is also a part of our way that we socialize, the way we develop our relationships, friendships, and all these things play multiple ingredients. I'm about to be in the kitchen with this one, so
Mm,
whoo boy, we about to be having some conversations.
mm, mm. Gonna have to combine two of these together into one as well. I might have to have two talks a day at least. Oh my days. Yeah, this is juicy. Really is.
Oh
Mm-mm-mm.
my goodness. Now I'm gonna have to get off pretty soon.
Yeah, I gotta call you quick, actually. Yeah. Um, damn, but this is juicy. All right. Chantel, are you happy? Did you want to say anything before we come off?
Yes, I wanted to say that I feel left out.
How? What? Hang on. You
Oh,
can't feel left out because I've been saying, Chantel, you got anything to say?
no,
Knowledge can
not with
vouch for me.
y'all. Not with that. You thought I need to call you right quick. This was juicy. Now I feel like y'all gonna be talking trash.
No, see, you wasn't listening. I said I'm going to be talking to you about the same thing too. But if you remember me saying, I can't say it right now in this chat.
Okay, whatever.
But I'm calling it. Stop saying whatever. You see? You see? Oh my goodness. See? Knowledge, I try and have genuine communication. And this is what I get.
Right.
Do we gotta go back to the beginning topics
Do
of
we need to go back
this
again?
show about communication?
Oh, whatever, knowledge.
We need to have a part 3 just for pretty problem, you know? She's got a problem.
Oh snaps!
But I didn't
uh,
actually hear the smack you was talking because my phone was like breaking up.
Chantel really does scare me, a little bit sometimes. She's a nice person, but she really does scare me, She really does. She's a equivalent of she's the equivalent of a very nice short Chinese woman. Just scared she's gonna whip your
What?
ass.
What?
Hiya!
Wow. Wow, that was the perfect comparison. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness!
I'm being sarcastic, by the way.
Yeah, I know. So am I. All right, guys. I'm gonna speak to you in a bit. Well,
All right,
let me
for sure.
let me call you first, Knowledge, anyway, and then I'll call Chantel later, and then I'll go to bed.
Cool.
All right, man. I hope you.
All right, man. Y'all be easy.
Yeah. See you guys.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.